Welcome to the Trouble Waters podcast. I'm your host, Shotty. I told you once it's in the water, it's in the water. Man, I ain't even gonna hold y'all tonight. Man. We're gonna get right into this. I told you, man, when it's in the water, it's in the water. So we're gonna jump right into this. Before we do though, right? Just gonna put up a few things. I hope everybody can hear me all right tonight. I know I've been having a little problem with that. But before we go and jump into this, we're just going to take a look at this real quick. It's an after visit summary for September 19th. You guys remember I told you about this guy? He's a chief neurologist. It's only 2 chief neurologists within the Mid-Atlantic region. Mid-Atlantic region for Kaiser Permanente consists of Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. It's only 2 of them. And on September 19th, which was the day I was scheduled for the national consult, he said today's visit was for vaccination for influenza. Right? Chief neurologist. Can you imagine that? Only 2 of them? And I get the whole pleasure of having this guy come see me to administer a flu vaccination. But that ain't even the thing at the number 1 spot, though. It's not even the thing at the number 1 spot, for real. It's not even the thing at the number 1 spot. It's right here. Right? Now take a look at this. This also is a visit for a vaccination for influenza too. Just 1 month prior to seeing the chief neurologist, Dr. Sullivan. Same thing. Visit diagnosis, vaccination for influenza. Alright? Let's jump into the show. Alright? Jump into the show. Jump into the show, everybody. Thanks for everybody coming here tonight. Let's jump into it. Where we gonna start tonight? Let's start right here. Might as well start right here. Let's start right here. Start right here.
NBC Bear's Stephanie Maglione tells us what exactly you should be looking out for on your bills.
This is a bill coming from Kaiser. In the first line, you can see a COVID-19 test that was covered by the insurance, but right below is a charge of $310 for what seems to be a flu test, which apparently wasn't requested by the patient. Well, that's the basis of this lawsuit. Kaiser patients across the state may be facing a similar conundrum after getting a bill like this for a service that's supposed to be free.
We have filed a class action lawsuit that was filed last week in Alameda County Superior Court.
Brian Devine, an attorney with Seeger Devine LLP, is representing Faye Getubig, who he says went to Kaiser for a COVID-19 test and weeks later received what he calls an illegal bill for $310. This complaint accuses Kaiser of conducting and charging for a multiplex test, which detects both COVID and the flu, and says Gedabig tried disputing the charge, but Kaiser didn't budge.
So the class representative was tested in Sacramento. We have heard from people who were tested in Sonoma County. We've heard from people who were tested in San Francisco and received bills. So this does not seem to be just an isolated incident.
Devine says Kaiser insures more than 40% of Californians, so he believes the number of patients impacted may be huge. In fact, in just the last 2 weeks, he's heard from a handful of people with similar bills.
We don't know whether or not this is an intended effort by Kaiser to try to get people either to stop testing or to pass on some of those costs.
In a statement, Kaiser wrote in part that it's their policy not to charge for COVID testing, including a multiplex COVID test, adding they are reviewing their members' allegations and will fix it if they identify a technical error. Devine says he and his client just want to make sure this practice ends and doesn't deter our community from getting tested, especially at a time where COVID is still knocking on our doors. So take a look at your bills. In San Jose, Stephanie Magallon, NBC Bay Area News.
Can you believe that? Then I just saw y'all, man, it's a shocking debate. When it's in the water, it's in the water, man. I just showed you the flu shots. Giving you the game. People acting without impunity around here, man. I'm standing on the Dixie. You heard. Flat out. They gotta hold them for real, but it don't. It don't. It don't. Trying to tell you. I don't know when y'all gonna want me to stop. Tell me when to stop the bleed. Tell me when to stop the bleed.
NBC Bay Area's Robert Honda joins us from San Mateo County, which is one of the 3 local counties that started this investigation into Kaiser. Robert.
This has been a long, time-consuming, painstaking investigation to literally dig up the evidence against Kaiser for its illegal dumping. The road to this settlement started when district attorney offices in 6 California counties, including San Mateo, San Francisco, and Alameda County, began undercover operations after suspecting 16 Kaiser facilities were disposing of hazardous waste and patients' records into public landfills. Attorney General Rob Bonta bought the DOJ in and found the DAs were right.
If they don't follow the law, if they're careless with dangerous waste or sensitive information, the potential for harm is enormous and it's widespread.
Wearing equipment similar to this 2007 search, crews from the counties spent long hours looking for evidence.
Most people refer to it as dumpster diving. We call it waste inspections. There are a lot of dangers involved because, again, I talked about the pathogens that are basically in biohazardous waste. And so our people have to wear these respirators that you probably saw during the pandemic in hospitals.
Kaiser acknowledged the situation and says it has conducted its own investigations and cleanups, as well as having more employee training, which state officials confirm it has done. But local DAs are still watching.
And we will be monitoring as well to make sure Kaiser stays on the right side of the law.
And hopefully this sends a clear message that we must do better to protect our environment, our communities, and the privacy of our patients in California.
Well, Kaiser's work is not done yet. It is now required to conduct 120 self-audits every year and report the findings to investigators so that no future dumpster diving will be necessary. In Redwood City, Robert Honda, NBC Bay Area News.
Yes, sir. So I'm supposed to believe. Hold up now. Now I'm supposed to believe. Wait, man, y'all tell me when to stop the bleeding, man. Y'all tell me when to stop the bleeding. That's what y'all do. And yeah, turn on your notifications. Hit the subscribe button too. And the GoFundMe up there. You're lucky I ain't put no cash app up there yet. Keep on, y'all keep on acting crazy, y'all acting like y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all don't. Oh, this is a coincidence. Oh, this is a coincidence, ain't it? This one's crazy. Too. Crazy.
Number one issue right here behind me. These are all the nurses that work at this hospital, and they are on strike this morning. This is day 2. Now I'd like to bring in Nataya Palacio. Nataya, you're an LVN. What's the message from all of you guys?
All we want is for Kaiser executives to come to the table and bargain in good faith. That's all we're asking for.
But they are bargaining, and they say they're bargaining in good faith. You've already reached some tentative agreements. That's according to a Kaiser rep. What is it that you guys want that's not being met?
If they had come to an agreement, we would not still be out here. We wouldn't be out here. We want them to stop outsourcing. We need more staffing so that we can provide quality patient care. We are out here for our patients. At the end of the day, it's about patient care and patient safety.
And talking about patients, we have 1,000 people here at this outside this hospital. So if you guys are out here, who's inside taking care of patients?
People who come from registry who do not know the Kaiser system and management.
And what has it been like for you guys? You were frontline workers during the pandemic, and you're saying that for several years, the respect, the appreciation from Kaiser corporate hasn't been there.
They have not been here. We had a hard time getting supplies that we need. We risk our lives on a daily basis to come take care of patients. And instead of them providing what we needed, they began to outsource. And they did not respect the hard work that we gave to them, our loyalty to the company as a whole. Kaiser executives have not honored the heroes that they called us.
All right. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us. I'm going to step out of the way and just let you guys see the sheer size of the crowd out here this morning. Now, as far as Kaiser goes, the company says they are working diligently to hire more. Normal hours, hospitals and emergency departments will remain open. Non-urgent procedures, however, appointments may need to be rescheduled. Prescriptions are available for mail delivery, and you can find out more at the website kp.org/pharmacy. There's also a number you can call 24/7 to get more information. It is 1-800-464-4000. Now back out here live, Kaiser reps also saying that inflation, the pandemic, has impacted this company in a big way related to rising.
They ain't negotiating in good faith. They say they negotiating in good faith. I beg to differ. In fact, they gone. Let me get to the work. Nope, they gone. Let me get this work up. Let's get this work up here. They negotiating in good faith. No, ain't nobody negotiating in good faith. Not the courts. Not the force. No, nobody. Check the play out. I'm standing on the Dixie. You know why in good faith? Tell them when they start doing that, they got the policy right here. They got the policy right here. All right? I ain't gonna get out into the particulars, but they got the policy right there. I got the W-2s to back this junk too. Flat out, sure. I got the W-2s to back this junk. Talking about they operating in good faith. Operating in good faith. When they do that, in any event, I got the W-2s to back this junk, right? There go the policy right there, man. And let's get back to the program, man. You talking about they operating in good faith. They the difference. They go the policy. Oh yeah, hold up though. They go the policy. Hold up. I'll get to this in a minute. There you go, right here. Ron's Company, Subrogation Division. There you go, right here, April 25th, 2023. Our reference number. They got a date of loss. 7/28/2020. Yeah. What they want though? Are they just writing to inform me that Kaiser Atlanta has a right to recover to the extent of any benefits that it may pay in relation to my injuries? But they want to get paid too, yeah. Therefore, please contact me prior to settlement of your accident claim to confirm the total amount paid by your health plan. Man, my God, them people going to get paid too. They got the shot, they got the flu, they got the surgery. Gee, man, what? Man, you talking about fraud. Man, I'm standing on the Dixie, man. I don't know who. Man, I know they've been getting, I ain't the only one, man. I ain't the only one. Shit, me. I'm just shocked, though. I'm probably the wrong one. I ain't the only one. I'm probably the wrong one. No, I ain't the wrong one. No, I ain't the only one. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. You know who was the wrong one? Let me show y'all who was the wrong one. Yeah, he was the wrong one. That was the wrong one.
In from Attorney General Pam, in which she is now asking for the death penalty against Mangione. Here is this full statement that I want to read to you on your screen right now. It says this: Luigi Mangione's murder of Brian Thompson, an innocent man and father of 2 children, was a premeditated, cold-blooded assassination that shocked America. After careful consideration, I have directed federal prosecutors to seek the death penalty in this case as we carry out President Trump's agenda to stop violent crime and men. This case coming out of New York City, of course, the charges spanning throughout several states, about 20 criminal charges in total against Mangione, and the latest there being the fact that Attorney General Bondi is that death penalty. Involving an unlicensed firearm, forgery, and false identification. One of the federal charges, which is murder with a firearm, could make him eligible for the death penalty if he is convicted. Mangione's federal case in New York has been scheduled for April 18th. So we just wanted to bring you that latest statement from the Attorney General. Now, as alleged, Luigi Mangione stalked and murdered Brian Thompson on December 4th of 2024. The murder was an act of political violence. This is in accordance with that press. We got that statement from the Attorney General. The press release goes on to say that Mangione's actions involved substantial planning and premeditation, and because the murder should put bystanders nearby, may have posed grave risk of death to additional persons. Following federal murder charges handing down back on December 19th, the AG has directed acting U.S. Attorney Matthew Podolsky to seek the death penalty in this case. We'll continue to follow along and bring you all the latest updates as soon as we get them.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe Luigi was the wrong one. But what I found most interesting about that whole situation, even still, was the day that it happened, December the 4th, right? Yeah, it's different from me. I ain't gonna hold you. Man, that hit different from me. December the 4th. Man, that was my birthday. What you talking about? I say, man, oh man, it is a God. Yeah, it's different from me. So I didn't see it like Pam Bondi and I'm singing. I still don't. But we're gonna get right back to the show though. I showed y'all the policy and all that, right? Now, let me see. And we're gonna get right back to the show because I mean, I'm giving y'all like what y'all need, but I guess y'all want to be entertained. You want to be entertained. You want to be entertained. Let's take a look back then. Let's take a look back for a second. This was just going on not too long ago. I gotta get back. I want y'all to stay on the fact. Yeah, I know y'all want to be entertained. This is the type of white people I think. Very patient. You know, he cared about 15 people.
His questions have been answered to his satisfaction. The parties acknowledge that this is the intent of the swear, Mr. Cullen.
You do swear the testimony you give to the court in this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth to help you God.
I do.
Please state your full name.
Charles Cullen. And you spell it C-U-L-L-E-N, is that correct? Good morning to you, Mr. Cullen.
Good morning.
During your first appearance on the Wealth of Pennsylvania, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
The New Jersey counties and the Pennsylvania counties agreed to work with their respective governor's office to permit you to be moved to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania for purposes. Do you wish to plead guilty this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Mask, would you be kind enough to elicit a factual basis for the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I ask one question? Yes, you certainly may. Yes, ma'am. This is going to take some time again. If you
did you inject Ms. Stoker with any medication?
Yes.
And was it your intent to cause her to expire?
Yes.
And what agent did you use to accomplish that intent?
The Johnson.
Okay. You had access to that patient at Somerset Medical?
Yes.
And you injected that patient?
Yes.
Without authorization?
Yes.
order for sentencing in a manner that allows for the terms and conditions of the plea agreement to be carried out.
I'll get a copy of these forms and bring them to you. Your Honor.
Yes, Judge. Yes, why don't you go?
And so there you have it, right? You got two sides of the spectrum. You got the Luigi Mangione, and you got the Cullen. But boy, did you see the look on them people in that jury face, man. Them good old, they look like good old Christian, man, no nonsense, you out of pocket, we gonna have to mad dog you 2020 at. You know what I mean? Them folk like that there. But boy, they playing by a whole nother different set of rules, so like I don't even know if I keep telling y'all so much I can give y'all, man. But I'm gonna have to give it to y'all little by little bit, man, because some of it might be a little bit hard for y'all to understand. But then I still got to give it to you. And then you got, man, this is never funny. I gave y'all this already, but I gotta go back to him one more time. Cause here you got this guy right here, man. This U.S. Senator, man. This is going, check him out. All the way over somewhere, all the way over somewhere, man. There's a rainbow. Talking about
and the Supreme Court to facilitate his return. That's why I traveled to El Salvador, leaving here on Wednesday.
Democrats,
and I want to express my gratitude to members of my family and members of my staff who agreed that we all must be prepared to take risks because of the current risk to our Constitution itself. In addition to having a variety of discussions on bilateral issues between the United States and El Salvador, I had two main goals. One was to urge the government of El Salvador not to be complicit in the illegal abduction and detention of Mr. Abrego Garcia and to release him. I made that request directly to the Vice President of El Salvador. The president was out of country at the time, and I've previously reported on that conversation. My principal mission was to meet with Kilmar Abrego Garcia. I told his wife Jennifer and his family that I would do everything in my power to make that happen. And last night, at about 6:40 p.m. El Salvador time, 8:45 p.m. here on the East Coast, I called Jennifer to tell her that I had met with Kilmar. And I told her what he said to me, which was first and foremost that he missed her and his family. And as he said that, you could see it here. Down his cheek.
I don't even know how much I'm gonna give y'all, like for real enough. But I just want to let y'all see that I ain't really
meeting with Kilmar was not easy. On Wednesday, I met with the Vice President of El Salvador and asked if I could meet with him.
You're doing it. Get up. Good job. Man, he way over there with it. That's all I'm telling you. No to his wife and all that like that. He way over there with it, man. Way over there with it, as soon as Van Holland. Man, ain't nobody giving me nothing, man. That policy, I got the W-2s to back that, man. I got the W-2 to back that. You see how they played off the records down, give you the records. Man, way over there with something else, man, y'all got, man, boy, I'm trying to tell y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. Let me see what else I want to get y'all for real. Go out in the night. But I ain't even really get into nothing else. But yeah, it's a shark in the bay, man. It's a shark in the bay. I be feeling like this though, man. For real. You gotta be like this with these people, man. You gotta be like this with these people. I ain't gonna lie to you. You gotta fuck up on them just like this. That's all this.
And it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. Went up a little bit.
It went up.
So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody professional.
Yeah, it just came out.
You gotta be on.
Our notes had it about 3.1.
They're gonna lie, don't watch me for a lot.
3.2. This came from us.
Yes. I don't know who does that.
You're including the Martin renovation.
Yeah, he's still gonna lie. They're still gonna lie. I showed y'all how they get down with the shots, right? I showed y'all the policy. You had the lady talking about, yeah, we gonna be on them and we gonna be auditing them and, and we gonna make sure that we check them. Well, if somebody was checking them, and they gotta get audited every 4 years, you see all the stuff they threw out there, all the people in the records in the landfill, and man, these people went mad with your medical information, man. For real. Yeah, they supposed to be auditing them every 4 years, man. These people paying everybody off, man. You heard. Paying everybody off. They supposed to be every 4 years. She's telling, oh, we're going to go behind them every 4. Man, they just threw everybody records in the whole landfill. Y'all talking all that crazy stuff. And drug tables every 4 years while they in Texas. This hands up and chopped up like it came from down Texas. And then when they do the child in school, John, there we go again. Sally's, F4SLN. Yeah. That's him again. The day's visit. And again. For a free shot. Man, John, why they ain't catch this? I ain't catch none of that. Down to his back, but they ain't catch none of this, huh? They ain't catch none of that. That's Kaiser and all that. Man, they think they ain't gonna pay me my bread, man. They out there ahead, man. They trick. Why they ain't catch this? So they do it every 4 years, and we just found them $47 million and all that like that there. They got to get in the whole Tyvek suit, go through the trash. Man, this ain't no coincidence, man. Come on, man. Now, Kaiser, man, and if any of them doctors, y'all doctors, I'm telling you, if you know somebody going there, man, you better tell them get up out of there, man. Yeah. It's a shock in the bay, man. When it's in the water, it's in the water. Get them up out of there. I'm giving it to you right here. She talking about. You better tune in. Or go find somewhere to play. If this ain't it. I know they told them wrong. You don't play in the water. They been told you don't play in the water. Told them people don't play in the water. It's like, man, listen. I'm gonna go and let y'all go for the night. I'm a little tired. I just wanted to shoot y'all something dope. For real. Y'all need to turn on y'all notification for when I go live, though. This definitely gonna be the death of the Affordable Care Act. Mama. And I got that work. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't even know where to start. They know I got that work. But turn on y'all notifications. Oh yeah, I'm looking for an attorney too. That's why I need y'all to like, subscribe, and share this joint, man. For real, man. Somebody take this case from me, man. I'm trying to get to my motherfucking paper, man. Nobody give me nothing. Turn on y'all notifications, man. Welcome to the Trouble Water Podcast. Talk to y'all later. Good night.